Welcome to O'Bannon's, everybody. Congratulations to class of 2023.
All right, welcome. Let's slap a number on this baby.
This is episode number 222.
Wow.
222. SlapperCast.
All twos? Yeah, that's too much. How's everybody feeling? Good?
Yeah.
Good. Slapper Day. Episode 222. We're en route to a place called College Station. O'Bannon's Taphouse. Graduation. Mass celebration.
We've been warned it's going to be crazy.
I mean, that's every night, right? But yeah, no,
Really good over the top.
it's exceptional tonight. Yeah, it should be exceptional. The weather is perfect. This group of kids has been amazing. They're always really fun. We always talk about how much fun the Aggies are and how free they are with their frolicking good nature and their, good spirits, good drinking, good etiquette. I love that crowd. But yet, Chris Steele, the owner of O'Bannon's Taphouse and Blackwater Draw Brewing Company, called us today and he said, "Hey, I won't say what he said because it was kind of rude, but it involved lube and what was it? Uppers, chat? I forget what he said. But anyway, he says it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy tonight. Yep. We know that. And I want to thank our lovely assistant today, Miss Tara Devlin on camera. Thank you very much for helping us out today. And then also we want to wish a young man a happy birthday. I believe it's today, Slapper Day, Tuesday. It's Mr. Larry Blackwell.
Ah, yes.
Happy birthday, Larry.
Happy birthday.
He will be there tonight,
Yes.
celebrating his, I don't want to say how old he is because that's rude, 64. He is,
He's 64?
yeah.
Ooh. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, but his actual birthday is today, Slapper Day, Tuesday, I believe. So that's what it says on my tattoo, so I hope I'm right. So we'll be seeing Larry tonight, and if you've ever been to a Blaggard show, which I hope you have, you'll see that our pirate tattoo on Larry's arm.
That's right.
Blaggards, Andrew Schramm, and Larry, very, very proud to wear that. So anyway, happy birthday, Larry. What else going on? What else is new?
We got a new rendition of Nancy Whiskey we're going to be playing tonight.
Yes. Do you think this is the final? So we
No way! It might change mid-song.
All right.
Come on.
Point taken.
I know that one.
Tough crowd.
We got new shirts.
Got a new shirt. Are you wearing one?
Got one on.
Let's see. Let's have a look.
Sporting it up.
Wow.
I like it. Station said, "You look good." I go, "Thank you."
Who stayed the Moxie?
Yeah.
The one Moxie?
One Moxie said I look good.
No way.
Yeah.
Did you record that?
I wish I did.
Man, you know what we should do? We should get her saying that and then edit it and then have it for... we could use that as our promo video.
Yeah.
Wow. She doesn't say that often.
No.
And for her to say it, that's pretty cool. Wow.
She goes, "Oh, you look good."
Yeah, check her out too. If you're on Instagram or on Telegram or on Masterplan, go check out the One Moxie. She's not just a comedian, not just an actress, but she's a beautician. She's and also, before we'll get right back to that, but I do want to say too, this is a day late, $1 short, but happy Mother's Day as well to all the mothers out there. I fucked up last time and said it was Mother's Day last week because I thought we were playing Botanic Gardens in Houston. I thought that was the Mother's Day gig, so I was all off. So, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day,
everybody. Anyway, yeah, so check out the One Moxie on all those social media. She's amazing. I don't need to tell you. I'm telling you. She is amazing. She's just as funny and as entertaining and as dynamic as anybody on the internet. She is the One Moxie. That's all I can say. Go check her out. Anyway,
she has a couple new videos. I saw the drafts and I thought, "Oh man, these are awesome." So
yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait for the twist.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll have to. We have to have her on this. But we're also going to go to a place called Counterbalance, and we're going to have a band called the Kaleidoscope Project. Phenomenal, original and cover rock out of Houston, Texas. We're going to have them on there. We're going to meet at Counterbalance at the new Counterbalance compound, and we're going to do a SlapperCast from there.
Yeah.
So
I got to visit there for the first time.
Tell us about it. What'd you see?
It's amazing. It's like I feel like I was being being given a tour of a secret government operation. This is so high tech.
You showed them the heroin room?
Yeah.
No, I do that on day 2.
Okay.
It's the first time I've ever seen 3D printers up close. I've never seen one in person before. It's just incredible the technology that they've got going there.
Well, I'm going there this week.
Yeah.
Desk shopping.
They're all ready for you.
Yeah.
You have
love
options
it.
now.
Yeah. Actually, Tara, I need to take you with me. We gotta go see that.
Yeah, it was cool showing everybody, showing Chad around, and people there have been to the shows, and so they're like, oh, I told you guys they were coming. And
Yeah, they're just all smiles.
good
So
time.
they're all very happy people working for this gentleman right
It's
here.
a great place to work. It's a great place to work. You check them out too. Counterbalance. You like what you see.
Yeah.
I feel like with this set of whatever these are called, I feel like I shouldn't even be allowed to utter the names, but I'll just keep my mouth shut. That won't happen. So on this episode, folks, we're gonna have one Dennis O'Carroll from the County Kerry, who is taking care of our tour of Ireland. I don't want to scare anybody, but there's only 20, 25, 26 places left. If you are thinking about coming, we're gonna stop it after that. That's gonna be the limit.
Here's a song for all you soon-to-be lawyers. Get us out of this one. All right. Clap your hands, everybody. Let's go. Oi, oi, oi. I can hear you. Let me hear you say, oi, oi. How's Tricks down there?
Good boy, hot as balls.
Oh man, we're 70 here.
Oh, lovely.
But as you can see, we don't have any sunshine. It's all haze this morning. But
That's all right. I take that.
yeah, it's lovely.
And you're on the sticks, huh?
Indeed, yeah. She's a little late.
Is that your own deck and our dock?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Aye. Yeah, it's got a.
Living the dream, buddy.
Well, I tell you, yes. Who is it? Eamon Finnerty, who we will get to in 1 second. Chap from Mayo. He says to me, "So you've retired?" I said, "I haven't fucking retired." He says, "So what are you doing today?" I said, "I'm cleaning the window." Okay. He goes, "You're fucking retired." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You don't move out there to pick up the pace." I said, all right. Will you have me there?"
Yeah.
But
True.
a very, very quick story. Do you have a brother named Tommy?
No, but I have a granduncle named Tommy who was in Texas for a lot of years.
Was he a horseman?
He was?
Eamon
Tommy
knows him.
O'Carroll.
Tommy O'Carroll, yeah. Eamon Finnerty knows him.
Who's Eamon Infinity then?
So Eamon owns 20 Molly's pubs from close to up north over Houston where I am, all the way down south to Galveston, to about as south as you can get in and around the Houston area, So he's 20 pubs. And they're mostly Molly McGuire's, Molly Malone's, Molly's, But he has a Murphy's in Galveston. He's got essentially 20. I might be rounding up. It might be 19. But, after 10, does it really matter? You've got essentially a lifelong commitment to, hey, what time is it? Hey, something broken. Hey, call, 20. Yeah. And you yourself, you were a publican for a while, right?
I had 3 at the height of it. that was more than enough. I managed 9 at one time when I sold up my own, but that didn't last too long. I was sick of that shit.
And yours was Doc O'Grady's, is that right?
Gosh.
Doc O'Grady's, the Recovery Room, and the Lobster Bar.
Oh, okay. I heard all of them. Yeah. All New York, right?
Yeah. Well, the lobster one was the Waterville one, in the middle of the village there in Waterville.
Yeah.
And the other 2 in New York, yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant. Mm-hmm. Brilliant. So, and I hear you had to go away for a little while, right? You were, because you actually choose to live in Florida. So you were committed, is that right?
I did the whole back and forth thing, commuting to New York.
Yeah,
and that shit got old as a newlywed. And then it was time to start making babies, so I had to move down here and focus my time on the sex life and things like that,
Good man. Good man. Woo. Yeah, she's not going to have that.
Not live, right?
Yeah. No. We'll bleep that out. We'll put something really raunchy in there. We'll fix it up for you. So you've got 2 girls, is that right? 2 daughters?
2 girls, yeah. Yeah. Ellie and Emerson.
Oh, lovely. And 8
Yeah.
and how old are they?
4 and 6.
4 and 6. Oh my, yeah. You got man. Well, you're a young man. You can do it. Yeah. But both
I
of mine.
got a lot of time ahead of me.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, both of mine are in college, and Chad's got about 40 kids, but he doesn't know about any of them. He's what they call a sexy
Not a
drunk.
clue.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Can't be
probably
helped.
got some. He's probably got some in the castle where he lives. He lives in a big castle with a moat, and the moat is just full of babies. But anyway, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that in a minute. We're bearing the lead here. So how's Doc's tours going? How's things?
It's crazy, man. It's so busy. We're it's constantly 6-7 groups there every week now right up until November.
And do you go home at all? Do you go home and visit family or?
Well, I'll do twice a year typically. Like this year now, I'm going back the week after next. I'm running that charity event at the Adair Manor, and then I go again for the Notre Dame game at the end of August.
Yes, and that one, yeah, you've got a massive group going with you for that, right?
Huge, increasing by the day.
Oh wow!
So yeah,
that's brilliant.
and then FSU are playing next year against Georgia Tech, and that's just exploded.
Where's that?
Especially being in Florida.
Oh yeah,
It's going to be at the Aviva Stadium as well. Yeah.
wow, we're good. It's a good problem to have, right?
That's for sure. So how are things with you guys? It looks like based on your social media, you're literally booked up for the next 2 or 3 months, right?
Oh yeah, well we have dates now
Pretty
till
much.
the end of the year. Yeah, so we're gonna be actually
Wow.
I was working on that last night. We are going to be we're recording as well. So most of the reason to come out here to the wilderness, to the back of beyond, is we're going to record out here and write. So we're going to get a lot of we're going to work on a lot of new material, and just because the live music thing is changing. It's changing daily. It really is. The punters in the in the medium sized clubs around, especially America. I really don't have a gauge on Ireland, but around America, it's diminishing. The crowds are definitely not as robust as they were, and people just find it.
Yeah, I mean it's a generation.
Yeah, people are just in the habit of staying in, and to get them to go out to a show is essentially like getting them to fly abroad. It's a massive ordeal, which it shouldn't
Just
be.
remember ourselves back in the day. Monday was like the kind of take it easy day, a few pints, and the rest of it was just flat out.
Yeah,
I don't know how we
Yeah.
did it.
yeah. Oh,
I remember
Where?
the summer season in Waterville. Like you had Monday night was the only night that there wasn't a nightclub, and remember Waterville is tiny, right?
Yeah.
450 population back then, and you would of course it swells in the summer with the holiday homes and stuff and the campsites and that. But I mean, you would literally go and cure yourself on a Monday and start off again on Tuesday full belt straight through. It's brutal.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah.
We
So
burnt out early. We burnt out early.
yeah. Well, luckily, you're still here to talk about it. A lot of them didn't make that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
Yeah, so we're talking about County Kerry here, just for the regular folk here. That so you are born and bred in there in Waterville, was that right?
Born in Syracuse, New York, and grew up in Waterville.
Oh, okay. So you went over early then. Ah,
Yeah. My dad bought a hotel over there, and we actually moved back about a year before him with my mother and got everything set up, and that was it. Waterville became home.
Brilliant. Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's kind of an even exchange. I mean, minus the bitter winters, but
Yeah. Yeah, it was a small town. I mean, Syracuse has that small town feel, so
yeah.
yeah, it definitely.
Did you miss Kerry at
Wow.
all?
I really enjoy going back there, but it's just life is out here now, and it's just great to be able to go back and visit. And be fortunate enough to do that.
Magic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
so good stuff. So we got Doc's golf tours, and we've got Doc's rock and roll bands, and we've got all kinds of events. So you don't, and so for these Notre Dame games and stuff like that, do you have a cap? I mean, do you have a space where you just say, all right, that's it, or can you just keep?
I should, but as of right now, for like that game, I don't have a cap. No, I mean
Brilliant.
I could probably take on another couple of hundred.
Wow.
It's of course it's the big thing now is transportation, because there was such a big shift in like post COVID when you had all those car rental companies were pumping up their prices, and it
Yeah.
became so expensive. It's cheaper when you go to Ireland to have private transport than to rent a car in a lot of cases. So if you have four people, it makes sense to have a private driver.
Yeah.
It's just it's just the way it's gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, that may come back, that may change, and people will start the self drive thing again. But right now, there's no benefit to driving yourself.
Yeah, again with the live music as well as this, there's so many changes been made that it's just it's staggering to think of how it was just even a couple of years back. It's just that the
Yeah,
and nobody it seems like nobody wants to go back, but nobody wants to change what we're doing. Or I should say nobody likes it the way it is right now. Musicians will all tell you the same thing. Just to put asses in seats is just horrendous. It takes
it's
such
getting
a yeah, but they still it doesn't look like anybody's doing anything very different to change it up.
Yeah, I don't even know what the right answer is for. I'm just happy I'm not in the bar business anymore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. So let me ask go take a complete detour here. Let me go far, far, far off it. If you had to choose between Thin Lizzy or Horselips, what would be your go to?
Tin Lizzy.
Okay, good. All right, that's good. Now I know you're a lot younger than me. Did you ever get to see it? Did you ever get to see them?
I did not, but I remember it was one of the first albums my father bought. When you remember those big old hi-fi systems.
Oh
So I
yeah.
went away to Cork and splurged on one of those things with the big old speakers, and you could put 6 CDs in there. So we got our first 6 CDs in the same day, and Tin Lizzy was one of them.
Oh
Nice.
And I think I remember. I think, and talk about a broad range, right? It
yeah.
was Thin Lizzy, Fats Domino,
Oh
Chuck Berry, Bob Seger, Alan Jackson, and Def Leppard.
wow,
Oh, you're going really well there towards the end.
wow. Yeah. So the Def Leppard was probably to get everybody up in the morning and get out of the house, right?
Yeah, well, Def Leppard kind of because they lived in the area. Well, Joe Elliott lived in the area, so
Oh, okay.
I'd see him
Yeah.
around a lot. You probably remember when we were young, we'd take the parents' car when they were away
Oh
and
yeah.
and hit the back roads. So myself and my buddy Dan went for a drive one day, and it's amazing. It's amazing to carry all these back roads. You can end up in a place that's really only about 6 or 7 miles away from you, but you've never made the effort to go there. So
Yeah.
we went over Drummond area and ended up. I said to my buddy, I said, "Who lives in that house?" He goes, "Oh, that's the Joe Elliott from Def Leppard." I was like, "You shitting me?" It was so cool, and it was just
Wow.
and he built this studio overlooking the lake, and it was awesome. I mean, you'd never think to even build there, but it was so cool.
Wow. Yeah, they lived
Yeah,
when
and
they were all together. They lived in Booterstown. I went to school in Blackrock, and they lived there. And we'd always see people. They were obviously going there. The rockers or whatever, and they were always and they weren't actually that bad at the time. They grew into this I mean, again, I'm too opinionated for my own good. Vivian Campbell is one of my favorite guitar players, and I just couldn't believe that he joined that band because he was such a great player, and he's kind of second guitar to Phil Collins, So I never really liked the band, but back in the day, back when they were at least living together in Booterstown, they were a little bit heavier. They're on Through the Night records, and they're
It's amazing how many well-known artists actually end up in Ireland. I said I was running the Lobster Bar in Waterville, and this one particular evening, these two guys were sitting at the counter in the front bar. So there's a front bar and a back bar, and the guy was Glenn from Judas Priest, with a buddy of his. So yeah, and so we're chatting away, and he goes to me, he goes, Dennis, he goes, I know this is weird, but would you be able to find out who the guy sitting down in the corner of the back bar is? So I said, no problem. So I went down and I said to Michael, Michael, who's the fella that was out fishing with you today? And he pulls out his book. He goes, his name is Roger Daltrey. I was like, wait a second.
Whoa.
Wait a second. So I go back to Glenn and I said, Roger Daltrey. And he goes, bam, I knew it. He went in, the two of the guys, they're hugging in the middle of the floor. I haven't seen you in so long. And so we're kind of chatting a couple of hours later, and they got me to call Joe Elliott, and Joe Elliott came over and joined them.
Wow.
This is insane, right?
That's great.
Talk about three big names just chilling in a village in the southwest of Ireland.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, well, Sting used to live up by us in Killiney, and Adrian Smith from Iron Maiden, he had a house out in, I want to say, in the West Coast. But I mean, they all did it. They all the taxes were so incredibly
0% corporate tax when they set up the business.
Yeah, and they were just losing. I mean, as much as they were making, they were paying it all back to Her Majesty. So it was not uncommon to see. And the nice thing about Ireland is, and that hasn't changed. The nice thing about Ireland is you can still go out for a pint and not be harassed.
So true.
That everybody leaves you to you may get the odd, hey, I saw you in or whatever, and just brilliant, just absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's still, that part hasn't changed, which is lovely.
That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I know that you've got a billion things and calls to make and stuff to get on there. We just wanted to touch base with you, as we will do again before the next. I guess, but before the next couple of months escape us, we'll get you back on here. But I just wanted to make sure that Doc O'Carroll is still doing still up and manning the phones, and
we're going to have a great trip with this crew. I'm telling you. I mean, even just chatting with all the people, they're all so excited. And you know what? 26 more people, and that's it. We're done.
Yeah,
we're full.
Yeah.
Then the wait list starts. So I assume there's definitely going to be a wait list on this particular trip.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah.
And especially because we haven't dropped these flyers off like we want to. We want to have these flyers made, because it's not going to be just for this year. I want it to be an extension of the stuff to come. So, like, obviously, with putting tour dates on a postcard, that's pretty much says this year. But it's going again. It's kind of the big picture of how we're going to do it, and moving forward, because it's just I
let them know that they're not going to miss out. There'll be another one.
Yeah, exactly, and also with just like you said, the back roads. Even when you go to the same place, you don't have to do the same thing. It's not, these
100%.
Yeah, and especially with people that have lived it, loved it, and belonged to it, that's who you want, that's how you want to do it. But man, listen, I really appreciate your time. I know it's madness in Florida, just being in Florida, but when you've got your workload, it's
yeah. No, I'm very lucky to be in Florida. I tell you, I wouldn't want to be back in New York. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah.
It's been great seeing you, lads, and can't wait for this trip.
Likewise.
Neither can I.
Yeah. Well, listen, get back to work. None of this lounging around, looking all spry and young and.
On the way, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields without a rhyme.
So, Blaggards.com, check out our Irish itinerary in October into November, and just check it out. We're going to be adding the dates for the live performances. We're going to be adding that in the next week or so, and then also coming this week. We're going to do I've been threatening to do just a checklist, if you will, for your. Obviously, you want to check your passport date, and just make sure it's not expired. And because if you're going and you think it might be expiring, I would just go ahead and get it now and expedite it. Do whatever you can, because it's going to be. And then I'll also throw in some, we'll do some travel tips and what you will need, and on and on and on. So we'll get that to you this week. Yeah, Dennis has done a tremendous job, because we wanted to do a different route, and we also wanted to just not overrun the places that we had been before. Just wanted to do a little bit more back roads, a little bit more personal touch this year. We're just so giddy about it. We're just this is going to be the first time that we really have the full control of the tour, and staying in great places and playing in great places, and every single person that's signed up so far, I will vouch for every single one of them. We don't have any loonies. We got everybody's, well, they're a little bit loony, obviously, if they're coming to Ireland with us. But just sign up is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Anything else to add, gents, before we kill?
Ready to kill.
Let's do it.
Usually
I don't want to, but today I'm like,
all right.
ready.
You want to start off the fire squad?
Yeah, I'm going to go first. I'm going to kill Down in a Hole, Alice in Chains.
Why would you kill that song?
Stacey and I were out to dinner. This was, I think, 2 years ago. I forget. But we were eating dinner, and I was like, let's go see a show. And we look online, and I'm like, Alice in Chains is playing at the Pavilion. And so we bought tickets and went. And we're sitting there, and I was like, I know people have slow songs, and they've got these songs, but every song, I was just like, she's like, I'm so bored, let's just go. And I was like, oh, and they were playing Down in a Hole, and wow, she's telling me that. So when it popped in on my headphones, I was like, oh, this is it, I'm killing it. I'm just because the experience, it was just boring, and hey, I'm sure the song's probably good, and I'm not even getting into the writing of the song. Just, sometimes, man, every song being slow is just like, man, come on.
Well, Jerry Cantrell is, I think, one of the, not only is he a brilliant guitar player, but he's an incredible songwriter. But I concur when you say a slow song. I mean, a slow song that doesn't go anywhere. And I understand it. I know if I've got music on, because I'm moving when I've got music going. That song to me is kind of difficult to listen to. Although I do love the harmonies, and I love the way that the song is written. I'm with you. I don't care.
That's what I mean. The musicianship, I like it, but it's just, I don't know. I think that's the first time I ever seen him in concert, because I had never seen him, and I go, man, I kind of wish I didn't.
Yeah, well, I saw them. I saw them open for. There was some big. It was at the Summit in Houston. Kids, that will tell you how long ago it was. The Summit, and they opened. And the thing that pissed me off was they didn't. The venue didn't kill the lights, the house lights, for their set.
Oh, really?
Oh, I was so just. And of course, it's Lane Staley when he was alive. It was him singing, and Jerry Cantrell, and just the band is brilliant.
Yeah,
they really are. They're incredible. They're incredible players. And Lane had one of those voice that was just so distinguishable and so unique. And they were great performers. And they didn't care. Well, of course, I'm sure they cared, but they didn't show that they cared when the lights were still on. They still put on a great show. And but again, I'm with you. I think Rooster. I think even Man in the Box. I still like that song.
Yeah, those are.
It's still and their delivery of these songs are second to none. But I'll go with you on that one. I would have.
Yeah, I mean, they played those live too, and they were still, they were good, but it was just kind of like, oh man, just one or two little upbeats, it would have been so much better. But
yeah. So what you want to shine light on?
I'm going to shine a light on a song that, I had like a secret. This is a little turbo history here. So I had like a secret, kind of a female artist. If she called me up and said, "You play drums for me," I was gone. I'm going. And it was
Dolly Parton.
No, Sarah McLachlan. I was a huge fan of hers. I still am.
I gotta get out.
So I'm going to shine a light on just her, and I'm sharing it. I just remember being like a late teenager, early 20s, and I'm like, oh man, I used to secretly listen to her stuff. So anyway,
I can show you her house when we go to our. No, really can't.
Really?
Yeah, I know where she lives. Well, I don't know if she still lives there, but I can show the house she bought.
I don't know if I've listened to it in a decade, but I thought I'm going to shine a light on that. So we'll do Building a Mystery or whatever main songs.
Okay,
shine a light on that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take your word for it. Chad, what you got?
I'm gonna kill.
Good moves.
I'm gonna kill "Thinking Out Loud" by Ed Sheeran. I don't say his name. I'm so.
Do you know that?
Good choice.
I'm so sick of hearing about Ed Sheeran. And this was, if you haven't heard, it was in the news. He recently won this case because the estate of Marvin Gaye had sued him for ripping off "Let's Get It On," which he totally did. He won the case, but he did steal. He did rip off the song.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. If you listen to the groove, but there are plenty of videos on YouTube that play them back to back, and it's basically like it's almost as if he sampled the backing track of Marvin Gaye's song and just wrote his own song on top of it, which is okay if you give credit to the artist. It's called sampling, people. And I just think he's boring as hell. He's one of these artists. I'm just an old fuddy, but I just think he's boring as hell. And
you said boring as hell and used the word fuddy.
This is not the first time he's been sued either. He is a plagiarist. But I'm just so sick of hearing about it. Anyway, so I'm going to shine a light on this for the second time on Adrian Belew. I've talked about it before. I was very happy to see James Gunn, who directed Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Volume 3 is out. Volume 3 is out right now. And in one of the post-credit scenes, there's a character who is asked who his favorite music artist is. And he goes, Adrian Belew. Solo and his work with King Crimson. And I was like, yes! And Adrian himself had posted about this on his Facebook, and he's of course thrilled to get the recognition. And it's a big deal because the guy has been around for ages. He works really, really hard at his craft, but he's very sort of a niche artist. So I'm going to shine a light on something he did with King Crimson. It's a song called Fela Hunjinjit, which is off of the King Crimson album Discipline. It's actually the first song of that Adrian did with anybody that I ever heard that he sings on. Highly recommend it. So there you go.
Very cool. Very cool. The song I'm going to kill is by a young man by the name of Matthew Wilder. The song is called Break My Stride, and it's I'd rather break my own back than listen to that one more time. Very, very, very catchy. Extremely well written as a pop song, but I hate every fucking moment of it. And so again, just to reiterate for the 1004th time, we are not telling you, maybe Ed Sheeran, but maybe I don't even know who that is. We're not telling you that they're crap. We're not saying that they are bad at their craft. We are just saying that some of the stuff that they've written, like some of the stuff we've written, some of the stuff we've even covered, you might not ever want to hear it. We had and I would even say a 50-50 split down the middle. I remember the first time we covered a song called You Spin Me Right Round by a band called Dead or Alive. And I remember the first time that we played it. And I remember hearing grumbling from people in the audience that had been coming to see us. And one of the grumbles consisted of, I don't know why they're fucking playing the 80s stuff. They don't need to play that. Or, that genre, that, So, but then after the show, talking to some people, saying, oh, that was hilarious. You did it. Because we weren't doing it as a, hey, check this out. Watch it. We're doing it tongue in cheek. And it is a great, the song Dead or Alive, the song Spin is by Dead or Alive is a phenomenal dance track. It's just, if you're into that kind of stuff, I mean, that electronic bass that they have on it, killer groove, very, very, very well written, catchy as all hell, and you know, I'm not a pop connoisseur, but that is a well written song. On and on, I digress. So we're not having to go at some of these people and saying you're crap, you should do it. Just that song drives me up the wall. It's like listening to Paul McCartney on repeat. It's like I can't find a window high enough to jump out of when I hear it. Anyway, so that's that one. The one I want to shine a light on is well, let me back up. So I don't know when or where we've said it, but we've Keith York, Houston legend, drummer extraordinaire, great singer. He's played with Fireball, which is a tribute to Deep Purple. He's played with Blowtorch Repair. He's played with, I mean, just a zillion bands, and he backs up some of the best players in town. He's played with us a couple of times. He played with us last week at the Continental Club. Tremendous. Keith York gifted me a very, very rare box set. Well, I say it's very, there just wasn't many made, and it's one of these things. It's one of these heirloom things. You'll be happy to hear. It's just 33 CDs, show notes, autographed photographs. I mean, just I can't tell you this box set from a band called Horselips. I can't tell you, even talking about it, I'm getting goosebumps. He gave me this thing, and he goes, God dog, you're gonna love this. I was like, all right. And he gave me this gift, and I'm blown away. So the song I want to shine light on, God, that was way too long for that. But the song I want to shine a light on is a song that we're definitely going to cover. We've only talked about it for 1,000 years, but it's Trouble with a Capital T by Horselips, and it's definitely one of their more popular numbers. So I've been tinkering in the studio trying to get it ready and blah blah blah.
Cool.
And I've just had these CDs on repeat. There's 33 of them, and they're not just 33 CDs with 2 or 3 songs. These are, one of them is a double live CD, and there's a million songs in here. It's ungodly the amount of stuff that's on there, and but that one there is it's low-hanging fruit as far as a song to shine the light on, but it's one that I can hear us covering today. It's so these guys started back in the glam rock era, and they were instrumental in bringing Irish rock to the world. Thin Lizzy did the heavy lifting, but Horselips, with the right people in place, would have done it. So check it out. Trouble with a Capital T, Horselips, Horslips, derives from the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Anyway, but that's my shine a light on. That's my kill.
Excellent.
I need to ask you, Tara.
Mine?
Yes.
Oh,
You're here.
This is a good one.
This is Tara. Hi, Tara.
My kill is going to be kind of interesting because might be a little controversial for some people.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
It's a mix between 2 Iron Maiden songs that I just...
Okay, I'm going to pull over.
Well, you might agree with me because I want to get rid of Rainmaker and The Wicker Man, just because I have a very personal reason for killing Wicker Man. Yeah. It was the only Iron Maiden song I had downloaded on my iPod when I was really young, and when I wanted to listen to it, because I didn't have like the features we do now to listen to music, I could only listen to that song, and I just didn't put it out. I never put myself out of that misery of when you just hear the same song over and over. Yeah. And so it just ruined it for me. Completely ruined it. So that's just a completely personal take. Every time I hear it, I'm just like, nope, throw it out. Get it away from me.
Do you know who wrote that song? Who? Adrian Smith.
Oh, God.
I know. Do you want to apologize?
Yes, I'm sorry. It's not because you're a bad songwriter. It's just because...
No, he's a great song. Yeah, no,
he's amazing.
Understand. The riff is great. Yeah. The riff is great.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it's just...
I'm with you.
When you just have something on repeat and you don't mean to, or it just keeps coming up.
Yeah.
You gotta just drives you insane a little bit. But what I do want to shine a light on is a song that's been with me since freshman year of high school. Viva Discordia by That Handsome Devil. It's such a great song. They're such a great, underrated group. I'm so glad I found them. I don't know how I found them, but it's just one of those diamonds in the rough you find just going through music, and I adore them so much. I love all their work, but that one especially was my first like hook song that I got from that group.
I remember you playing
Yes.
I remember you playing it for me when I drive you to school in the mornings.
Yes.
You're like, hey, check this one out. That was a great song.
It's
That's a
amazing.
timeless number too. That's
Yeah.
not
It really is. And just all the other work is great. I could shout out like multiple songs, but that's the one that did it for me.
And the band is called That Handsome Devil.
Yes.
And that was one that I couldn't believe I liked right off the bat. I mean, first beat, just loved it.
Yeah, they have great other songs. I'd recommend anyone check it out.
Good original stuff too. And Tara, I'm glad you said that too, because when we, I've been harping on this, ad nauseum now for years, but we're saying, and I'm saying again now, if you like music, if you love music, if you tolerate music, you still need to get out to a show. Not just because we're in the industry. I'm telling you this because music is being replaced by electronic stuff. People are just getting very comfortable with, if you just listen to, and I like to say I don't watch TV. There is TV on in my house, not crazy about it. I'd much rather listen to SlapperCast. But you have these artists that are putting their heart and souls into it. Now there's It Has Some Devil. They use a lot of samples and stuff like that. However, you can tell that it's a great band. There's a great musicianship happening in that. If you don't go and see, you are lovely, wonderful SlapperCast listeners. If you don't get out and go see a show, you run risk of missing. You run risk of missing something that you might never, ever, ever find, like you found that band. If you don't get the finger out and start going to see some live shows, you run risk of these bands not being able to bring you this stuff. And that's a great example of one of the bands that are doing something different. They're not just doing that 3-chord, talking about, keep your hands to yourself. I mean, shut up, dude. Which gives us all a bad name, Bon Jovi. You run risk of missing out on all this just wonderful stuff, and this stuff that ends up being a soundtrack. Like you say, that you listen to that song will always remind you of those, happy, high school days, right? It puts you in that, and music is such a common thread that runs between just people from all walks of life, all over the world, and to save it, we all need to get out and go see live music and support our local bands and our, because Taylor Swift is going to be just fine. She's going to have just enough tickets sold and get on and on. The people that are going to open up that show for her, are going to need you to come out, help them out Monday through Friday in the small club. So I just say, anyway, so we here at SlapperCast truly appreciate each and every one of you tuning in and listening to it, telling a friend, and hitting like if you want, or subscribe even. Thank you, and a special thanks to our Patreon friends. And just to reiterate, Ireland is down to the last 20-something people. So if you're thinking about going, I would sign up immediately and talk to our friend Dennis, and we will we'll do the rest. We'll take care of you. It's going to be a trip of a lifetime, places that you're never going to see otherwise.
Yeah,
we're really looking forward to seeing you all at a show first. So, what do you say? Wrap this up?
Yeah. That's a show.
All right, thank you.
I want to do one more shout out to the mothers out there. Everybody, I think you take this opportunity to, whatever's going on in your life, you pause it and wish your mother a happy Mother's Day, because it's important.
That's a good idea.
So that's my message for this year.
Yeah.
Thus spake Turbothustra.
That's right.
So if you I won't do my Mother's Day. Oh God. All right.
Did you just do that?
I just did that. All right, listen. Yeah.
That's good.
Be good to each other. Listen to rock and roll, and say no to drugs after you share. All right.
See ya.
Cheers.
If they free from this prison, that railroad trail line, well, I bet I'd move on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom, that's where I want to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Choo-choo.